A crown of thorns. Another symbol of our Lenten season is a crown of thorns. Thorns are one of the most ancient symbols in the world, and when paired with a rose, they represent things like pain and pleasure. Has your skin ever come into contact with a thorn? When a thorn pierces into flesh, it tends to work itself deeper in and rankle there and cause considerable pain. The thorn can only be extracted with the greatest of difficulty. And even then, once the thorn is physically removed, it still causes a considerable amount of pain. From an emotional perspective, degrading words and insults can act like thorns. How do you react when people mistreat or mock you with insults or sarcasm? And what do you do when someone makes gestures at you? Do you get angry at them? Do you make gestures back? Indeed, emotional thorns can pierce deep into your heart and stay there, sometimes for years, and can have a tremendous effect. So thorns, no matter how they're exposed to us, can hurt very, very deeply. Scripture tells us that when Adam and Eve sinned, they brought evil and a curse upon the world. In the book of Genesis, it says, "Cursed is the ground because of you. In pain you shall eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you." Scripture also tells us that after Jesus' trial and flogging, the Roman soldiers twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on his head. Then they put a staff in his right hand and knelt in front of him and shouted, "Hail, King of the Jews!" We know the Roman soldiers' true intention. It was about mockery, ridicule. Here was Jesus of Nazareth, now crowned as the King of the Jews, being beaten, spat upon, and humiliated by Roman soldiers. The crown of thorns was the final insult. But what about today? Some people point to wars and terrorist attacks, poverty, injustice, and even epidemics and ask, how can you believe that Jesus Christ is a king and ruler of all things? I mean, if he truly is a king, well, he's not doing a very good job. Well, honestly, those of us who believe, such mocking feels like a crown of thorns piercing our scalp. Yet, because of our faith, we know that a crown of thorns is not an insult. No, it is an uplifting symbol of hope because Jesus Christ, the true King of Kings, suffered and died for us. So as we continue our Lenten journey, let us celebrate that a crown of thorns is a symbol of our salvation and that Jesus Christ wore a crown of thorns for us.